It's Week 16 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones. Not afraid to throw it, second in the NFL in touchdowns. It's the Patriots and the Bengals, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
Well, the radar says the heavy stuff still a few hours away, but snow is falling as we near kickoff at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bengals in this matchup. They have a tremendous aerial attack, one of the best in the league. But they're going to face a stiff test here.
I don't think that they'll face a tougher test all season long because this is the #1 defense in the NFL. A team that puts a lot of pressure on a quarterback. And we know from talking to both of these teams, neither of them is going to back down from this challenge.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Well, we get a first look at this Patriots offense and, of course, leading them for his second season. Last year's Rookie of the Year runner-up out of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
Once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati's offense takes the field and leading the way for the reigning AFC champs is last season's comeback player of the year, a man who needs no introduction, Joe Burrow.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and the rankings, they don't matter to him very much. Well, I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 5 catches, 59 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
11, coming. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Graham has puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
From the 44, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
2nd down at 4.
A draw play for Mixon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Eluding, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an 8-play drive gets him down there, but play number 9, that winds up a missed field goal.
And they definitely moved the ball well. That's a drive where you hate to come away with nothing.
Well, this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50, 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Open man right side, Myers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. Harris running straight ahead. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it.
And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd and goal, Jones, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Harris, and they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Folks, kick is good.
And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend on.
Sports coverage of the NFL. You haven't missed too much just yet. We're still in the 1st quarter and ready for a kickoff. We welcome you back to Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. You haven't missed too much just yet. We're still in the 1st quarter and ready for a kickoff. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
Now, the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then now you can see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be out right at the 35. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Patriots are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, certainly going to be a lot tougher adding a touchdown to that lead now since they're facing 2nd and 20+. Big-time sack to start the drive and put the opponent way back. Let's see what kind of play call they come up with here.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
Ready to go on offense. Out come the Bengals.
Here we go.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Dietrich Wise running through and dropping him for the sack.
So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now Jones. Over the middle, he's got Myers.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
The Patriots hit 10-4 on the year, and they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Throwing Jones. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Harris. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots.
Hunter Henry. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Nick Folk for the point after. Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Currently, the Patriots in control of the football as we resume action in quarter number 2. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
That's the tight end Hurst with it.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gun. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here we go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a 10-0 lead, you figure they won't try to do anything foolish here.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's puttered out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Rams taking on the Denver Broncos. Then on Sunday night, wrap up your Christmas day with a great one in the NFC. The Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern Time. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for the Bengals. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Our two teams making their final preparations for the second half. And as they do, we send it back out to Foxborough, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Here we go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here. Now Burrow loses the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances. That one, it backfired in a big way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow, he finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
On point, ready? 11, Thomas. 11, 12.
Here's Burrow.
12.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Burrow on 3rd down. And he's got Hurst, his tight end.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. I do believe, yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Again, it's Burrow.
He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. On third down, Mixon. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mixon will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Mixon running wide side. And he is going to lose yardage here. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. And the question now, can the Patriot defense hold firm again on third and goal? They're passing here. Joe Burrow escaping the pressure right to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McPherson's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals 42. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Looking to throw. Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now on 2nd and 16. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the give, this is Harris. 59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He's got it.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Patriots are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now Folk for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But, you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
11 MT. 11 MT. 12, 12, 12. 11 Tommy. 11, 11, 11.
And Burrow going to throw again. He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now here's another carry for Harris.
79 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They hand this off to Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Cameron Sample there to make the play defensively.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. This is Harris. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Folk's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Burrow will throw.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
11 MT. 11 MT.
They'll drop to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan.
Gotta go.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Dumps it off to Mixon.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We're good.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, 34 yards.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Patriots, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Miami Dolphins come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.